Have you ever wondered what it would be like to take a road trip through the countries of Europe, to be exposed to various different cultures, languages, and even landscapes all within one summer? To drive 8 hours through the infinite mountain ranges of Switzerland and even savor their famous cheeses? To be able to go back in time and walk along the ancient streets of Pompeii and Rome? To be immersed within the cultures of England and Ireland, so very different from our own? Today's guest will talk about these and other experiences in Europe, as well as the project she has created in her film and TV production class. The Humanities, Communications, Arts and Department of Norwalk Community College presents The New Directors, the show that introduces you to television future writers, directors and personalities. And now our host, Dondre Cherry, to meet the new directors.
Thank you for joining us for today's edition of The New Directors. All the people involved with this program are students in the television production course and are directing, switching, controlling audio, operating cameras, and acting as talent for the first time today. The guests you're about to meet are students who, when on camera, are behind the scenes working hard to bring this program to you with as few mistakes as possible. Each student will write and direct 4 different productions. This program will give them the chance to talk about themselves, the productions they have completed, and give you the chance to get to know them and watch their progress throughout the semester. Our guest today is an NCC student from the Film and Television Production 1 course. She spends her summers traveling with family to different and unique countries throughout Europe. She also writes screenplays and enjoys travel journals of her adventures around the world. I'd like to meet our guest today, Christianna Giaume. Right. So, Christianna, we know that you've been traveling around Europe with your family each and every summer. Could you please tell us about those exciting trips?
Yeah, well, I've been traveling for 12 summers now with my family of 6 people. So far, we've driven to 11 countries, those being Ireland, England, France, Belgium, Holland, Switzerland, Hungary, Austria, Italy, and Spain. So really a good amount of travel time. My parents are from, my mom is from Hungary, was born and raised in Hungary, and my dad was from France, so we have a very cultural background. Okay. We visit relatives in Budapest, France, and England, and we have a house in the south of Spain where we go visit occasionally. Here's some pictures we took of our travels. Here's us in Switzerland, next to the lake in Lausanne. Here's a picture of the view of the hill in Hungary, with a picture of the Lion Gate Bridge and Parliament. Here's a picture of me and my cousins and my sisters standing next to a statue up in Hungary.
Big family.
Yeah, definitely. Here's us in Pompeii with Mount Vesuvius in the background. And here's a picture of us looking at a mummified person from Pompeii who's covered with ash from the Mount Vesuvius. Here's us in Stonehenge in England. It's very windy, obviously, you can tell.
Right. Hair blowing all which ways.
Yeah. And here's us a long time ago in Amsterdam, Holland, with the boats on the canal. And here's us in Granada, Spain, with Granada right below us. We were at the Alhambra. It's a very nice view. And here's the picture of us in front of the Alhambra, which is nicely lit up. So it's great travels there. Oh. Great experiences.
Sounds like a great experience. So, could you tell us exactly why did you decide to take this television production course?
Well, I've been filming since I was young with my dad, who was actually a film instructor for the College for Kids program here at NCC. Mm-hmm. So I would work with him and assist him in those classes. And I wanted to improve and refresh my knowledge of cameras and film editing so I can make my own productions, which my father has always encouraged me to do since I was a young age. So.
Oh, okay. And what are some of the most useful things that you have learned in this television production course?
Well, I've learned, the basic parts of the camera and their functions. I learned how to do the steady zoom in on certain objects. And I learned how to focus, learn the focus features of the camera, such as adjusting the aperture and using techniques when using these features. I really enjoyed learning the compositions of like the emotional lines and rule of thirds to improve my picture quality in my video.
Awesome. Now we get a chance to look at all those skills that you learned. We're going to talk about the productions that you created for a Television 1 class. Please tell us about the Teacup Student Studies Winter Nature Project and the Orange Project that you created and produced.
Well, first I'll tell you about my Teacup project, where I learned how to use many of the basic functions of the camera to create a sequence about the process of someone making tea. I discovered that the sequence was harder than I originally thought because there are so many details I have to put into getting all the close-ups right and with the zooming feature. And I didn't realize how many shots must be taken. I took like about 30 for this project when 60 was like the desired amount, but I learned that from my other projects. Because this one is my student studies project. In this project, I perfected the use of multiple shots and used cut-on action shots as I was editing. And the method I used was to create an action in one shot and could be used as two shots. When it came to editing, I could cut the shot and then use it in other parts of the sequence. The next is my Winter Nature project, which was a lot of fun to film because I got to go on location and got to go to interesting places where I've never been before.
Right.
These were taken in Giaume. I really enjoyed getting creative with the photographic compositions, using emotional lines, rule of thirds, and perfecting shift focus and poor man's dissolve, which I really enjoyed doing. And I used those in my Orange project. Here's my Orange project. This one I got the opportunity to create my own story, which me as an aspiring screenwriter, it was perfect for me in a way. And I perfected all the things from my other projects like shift focus and cut-on actions to create this project.
Yeah. So I know you put your all into each and every one of those projects, but I'm sure one of those, you got to feel some type of way, has to be the cream of the crop. Please tell us about this project as we watch a sample video of it with the music that you selected.
Well, my favorite project doing was the Orange project, because I got to write the storyline, and I got to get creative, and I was kind of had the freedom to go my own way with it in a way, obviously within limits, because the Orange project was the assignment.
Yeah.
So, but I really enjoyed working with the actor, my neighbor in this one.
You mentioned the variety of things that you've learned in this course. Please tell us, what was the most interesting and important skill that you have learned?
I would have to say using the shift focus feature of the camera, because it just really perfects the quality of the video, and it creates that depth that usually most still pictures you wouldn't get. And shifting from the foreground to the background, I really enjoyed working with that. And also using composition to create like a story, like the emotional lines, and really I perfected throughout my projects, and I really enjoyed working with those. I hope to use those for my future projects.
Awesome. Well, today we got to meet someone who has shared with us her adventures of traveling throughout the wonders of Europe. Now, as an experienced film director, she hopes to write more screenplays and adapt them to the screen for her own productions. I would like to thank our guest today, Christianna Giaume.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. We hope you enjoyed meeting one of television's future directors, and we hope you will continue to join us each week to watch our progress. Thank you and good day. Okay.
I didn't need to like slow down.
Don't worry about it.
This has been The New Directors, with your host, Dondre Cherry, directed by Harrison Harkey.